Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by a dense, shadowy forest, the people lived in harmony with nature. The village was vibrant with children's laughter, their playful games echoing through the narrow paths. But one fateful year, something sinister began to unfold. Children started vanishing without a trace. The first child disappeared during a full moon, and then another went missing a week later. The villagers searched the woods, scoured the rivers, and even prayed at the temple. But it was as if the earth had swallowed the children whole. Fear gripped every family, and parents began locking their doors before sunset, warning their children not to stray too far. An old woman in the village, known for her knowledge of ancient tales, whispered about a devil who lived deep in the forest. "He is hungry," she said, her voice trembling. "He feasts on the laughter of children and their innocent souls." Among the frightened villagers were two brothers, Raju and Ravi, who refused to stand by while their friends disappeared. They were clever boys, always curious and adventurous. One day, Raju turned to his younger brother and said, "We must find the devil's lair and bring back our friends." Their parents tried to stop them, but the brothers were determined. Armed with a lantern, a rope, and their father's old dagger, they ventured into the dark forest one moonless night. The trees whispered secrets as they walked, and shadows danced in the flickering light of their lantern. After hours of searching, they came upon a cave hidden behind a waterfall. The air around it was cold and heavy, and the brothers knew they had found the devil's lair. The boys crept into the cave, their footsteps muffled by the damp ground. The deeper they went, the louder a strange sound grew, chewing, slurping, and deep, guttural laughs. Finally, they reached a vast chamber lit by eerie green flames. There, sitting on a throne of bones, was the devil himself. The devil was a monstrous creature with glowing red eyes and sharp claws. He was feasting on a pile of food, but among the scraps, the boys saw small shoes and toys. Their hearts sank as they realized the truth. The devil had been eating the missing children. The devil spotted them and grinned, his sharp teeth glinting in the firelight. "Two more for my feast," he growled, his voice like thunder. The brothers froze in fear, but Ravi, the younger of the two, suddenly had an idea. Ravi stepped forward, trembling but determined. "Great devil," he said, "you are so powerful and mighty, but can you prove it by doing something only the greatest can achieve?" The devil paused, intrigued by the boy's words. "What trickery is this? Speak quickly before I eat you." Ravi pointed to a large boulder near the cave's entrance. "Can you turn that boulder into gold?" he asked. "Surely someone as powerful as you can do it." The devil laughed, amused by the challenge. "Child's play," he roared. With a wave of his claw, he turned the boulder into shimmering gold. While he was distracted, Raju whispered, "Keep him busy. I'll free the others." Ravi continued to challenge the devil, asking him to perform feats of strength and magic. Meanwhile, Raju crept to a cage in the corner of the cave where the remaining children were trapped. Using the dagger, he cut the ropes that bound the cage and signaled for the children to follow him. Just as the last child slipped out of the cage, the devil noticed what was happening. "You dare trick me?" he bellowed, his rage shaking the cave. He lunged at the children, but Raju and Ravi were ready. They hurled the lantern at the pile of green flames, creating a blinding explosion of light and smoke. The children and the brothers ran as fast as they could, the devil's roars echoing behind them. The forest seemed alive, guiding their path back to the village. When they finally burst out of the woods, the villagers were waiting, drawn by the noise and the strange green glow in the distance. The brothers told the villagers everything: the devil, the cave, and how they had outwitted the monster. The villagers decided to destroy the cave once and for all. Armed with torches and tools, they ventured into the forest at sunrise and set the cave ablaze, sealing the devil inside forever. The missing children were reunited with their families, and the village celebrated the bravery of Raju and Ravi. From that day on, the forest remained quiet, and no child ever vanished again. The story of the two brothers and the devil's feast became a legend, passed down through generations as a reminder of courage, cleverness, and the power of unity. And so the village returned to its joyful ways, filled once more with the laughter of children, a sound the devil would never hear again.